Hello, Lesley.
Hi, hello Julie, lovely to see you.
And lovely to see you. Now, Lesley Nicol, you are an award-winning actress with an extensive list of credits in film, theatre and TV. Most recently, you played Henrietta Beecham in Beecham House and, of course, Mrs. Patmore in the film of Downton Abbey. How are you finding lockdown in the States, where I know you're currently living?
I think what I'm gathering, because I FaceTime England all the time, because obviously I've got friends and family there, and what I'm beginning to realise is it's exactly the same wherever you are. Oh, I think I've been handed a sandwich. Oh, thank you, darling.
Please feel free to munch it along.
Because it's actually breakfast time here.
Yes, of course.
No, it's the thing I'm beginning to realise is that yes, we're all feeling the same kind of things. It doesn't really matter who you are or how much money you have or anything really. I mean, we're all going through the same difficult nights, I think, sleepless nights sometimes, getting up many times, being fine, having a laugh with people one day and then feeling terribly low and scared. Yeah. So honestly, whatever you're feeling over there, we're having the same thing. We're just technically, we're a little bit behind you. I think your peak may be coming, I'm not sure, but ours hasn't quite. But yeah, people are certainly suffering here, and it's as worrying as everywhere else.
Yeah. You've got dogs, Lesley. Are you getting out to walk them?
Yes. I mean, to be honest, all I see, actually, that's not true. I was going to say all I see is other dog walkers. What I have noticed is that families are taking their children out. Obviously, they must be going to crazy, mustn't they? Being locked up with little ones all day long. Yeah. But yes, I do. I go out twice a day. My husband does it too sometimes, but he's pretty high risk. Yeah. And I would rather, I mean, he got pneumonia a few weeks ago, which was frightening. And it was only because he got chilled walking the dogs. And he ended up in hospital. And they thought he had coronavirus, but he didn't, thank the Lord. So I have done most of it recently, which is a good thing. But again, you have to be careful and keep away from people. And all
absolutely. That. Yeah, it's not worth it otherwise, is it?
No, it isn't.
Okay. No. Now, Lesley, we've known each other for many, many years, but I've never asked you, do you have a particular pearl of wisdom, a nugget advice that you've been given by somebody in your life along the way that you've really found useful, that's really been relevant?
Yes, you asked me this a few days ago and I've been thinking about it, and my first port of call is my dad, my lovely dad, who was wise. He was so wise. He was a lovely, quiet, modest doctor, and he was just a naturally kind and wise man. And he gave me quite a few, but this is one that's stuck with me and it's kind of relevant now, really. Is he said, your happiness is not dependent on the view out of the window. It's dependent on your human relationships. Oh. And I think that's true. And I'm very aware that not everybody's able to see their loved ones at the moment, which is incredibly hard. Thank goodness for this kind of thing. If you're lucky enough to be able to do FaceTime, it's life-saving, that's for sure. Yeah. But I do see what he's saying. I love this sea. And I live in Los Angeles, and now I have a friend who has a house on the beach in Malibu, and I think it's one of the loveliest places in the world. But if I was sitting there on my own, relentlessly for weeks, I'm sure I would miss people. And I think people are the key. And at this point in time, when we're all isolated and struggling, what's reassuring is that a lot of people are beginning to show kindness that maybe they weren't quite as willing to before, but people are being kinder with each other. Yes. And just thinking about each other more. And I mean, I know for a fact I'm in touch with two of my friends in the UK who are in their 80s, who, by the way, are doing incredibly well. I'm so impressed with the older generation because maybe they went through the war, maybe that's what it is. But my two friends in their 80s in the UK, I have a neighbour here who's 89 and another friend who just turned 84 here, who had a Zoom birthday party. All of them are inspiring, I have to say. They're just getting on with it and saying, okay, it's hard, but this too shall pass. And I think we take great kind of comfort from their wisdom, really.
Yeah. Oh, Lesley, that is brilliant. And I had the pleasure of meeting your dad, and he was
You did.
a wonderful man. So that is a perfect pearl of wisdom. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to everybody, and lots of love from me.
All right. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye for now.
See you soon, I hope. Bye.
Yes. Bye.